Hello everybody, this is Platypus 2.0, back playing some more We Happy Few. So, this is pre-recorded, I'm sure you know that. I hope that you aren't too mad. If you are, that's, ultimately okay, there's just no way around it. Let's actually go this way. So what we're doing right now is we're just kind of going through this first towned area. It doesn't appear like there's too many like homes to go through, but it gives off the impression that there aren't really going to be too many what do you call them, quests here, if any, either. So that's, I don't know if I would say that's either good or bad. It's, if anything, it's kind of annoying, I suppose would be the best word for it, because like it's the first area. It's not really giving you much option to learn about how to play. So if you're playing this game for the first time, you have no idea what the hell's going on. Like, this area is not really going to teach you everything that you need to know. That's just like a personal opinion. If you disagree, that's perfectly fine. Like, I will defend to the death your right to have an opinion that is different from my own, because we all have the same opinion. You know what that sounds like to me? An exceptionally boring world where everyone just thinks the same and does the same thing. And that's, of course, getting into some political areas, because some places in the world don't have that option. I don't really want to go there. It's unfortunate that that's how it exists for some places. But that's what life is at times, right? So what can be really done or said about it? It is what it is. Maybe one day the world will change, and hopefully that change is welcomed. I went a bit too political there. I do apologize to everyone. It wasn't really my intention, but I just want to make sure that my feelings on the matter have been stated. I'm pretty open. And of course, if you disagree and feel the need to make sure that I know, and by all means comment, that's fine. I have no problem with an opinion that's different than my own.
What are you up to?
Nothing. Just stealing some stuff. Is that okay? Ha! Close the gate. What are you gonna do? You don't even know where I am anymore. I'm gone. Yeah. No, you do. Is it just you? Oh, okay, great. Oh. Look at. Let's be honest, okay? You're not gonna beat me. Your eye is messed up. Look at that thing. Ow. Is that because of my head knocker, I wonder?
Save a bit for the next minute.
Arthur, we don't want to save anything for the next minute. Ideally, we don't even want to fight anybody. We need one more cloth scrap. I don't know where her body is, so I don't care. Like, that's all we ideally need right now. But we keep finding frickin'... No, god damn it. We keep finding canvas scraps and not that which I'm actually searching for. So I will be perfectly honest, it's pretty annoying that we haven't found a single more... look at that, just some more Oh. What's up? So, are you regretting fighting me?
Maybe I should sit down for a bit.
If I was you, I would have probably regretted fighting me. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. No room in inventory. Oh, you know what? That's fine. That is fine. Pop that down there. No, put you there. Boom. There we go. Okay. This is going to make traversing the garden district so much easier. This is great. I pressed the wrong button. That was entirely my fault. What? Hold on. Controller. What are you doing? There you go. Okay. Let's get another head knocker in there. I mean, they're not really good, but like whatever. You can keep that stuff actually. Yeah. Okay. So I think we're good here. We've got everything. Was there any more mushrooms down here for me to collect? Doesn't look like it. All right. Wonderful. So now that we've got our torn suit, we have now accomplished all the survivability things that I initially wanted.
It's just me and the bobbies now.
Ah, crap. Okay, so the fog has come back. Alright, so yeah, now that we have the survivability to know that we're not going to immediately die, this becomes a much better scenario for us. We also have some water here, which I didn't know about.
Get your own bloody pump.
We're gonna run through. I don't care about the pump.
Are you dead? Fuck off out of here, yourself, you bastard!
No. Farge.
Hey, clear! Are you dead? Fuck off out of here!
Oh man, they really made it difficult so that
Go!
one's always gonna try and get behind you. You know what? We're gonna leave for a second. Come over here. We need to heal. We are gonna go back and kill them though. Don't worry. I just want to make sure that we aren't dooming ourselves, because they like you can see, like, they have made it so much harder for you, the player. I remember fighting them, and like it was just the easiest thing. They'd come at you, you know, they'd do what they normally do.
Go away! Are you dead? Hey!
I'm afraid someone's gonna attack me from behind, if I'm being honest.
Go!
Farge. Come here.
Hey!
Dang it. Why won't you? Look at that.
Shit.
Imagine that.
Oh, no.
A punch can make me bleed. That is a game mechanic that I find really annoying. The heck? Weren't you one of the ones fighting me? I'm just not gonna question it. Oh, okay, so I need a lockpick. Can I make a dirty bandage? I can. Don't really like that. Just don't give me an infection. Thank you. We want to make, let's make 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That gives us 20 metal bits. Alright, now we've got another watering hole. I suppose the probably something I do find exceptionally annoying about the garden district is, like, all the water is going to be, like, it looks like all the water is here. So that means whatever other, yeah, we want to go this way. Whatever other areas, actually no, we want to go to the safe house because it's nighttime and there's poison everywhere. What was I saying? Oh yeah, because like if we explore, if this island is like as big as, you know, the last time it was, we're gonna have a bit of a rough time. Which is why we wanted some canteens before we really did too much. And since I got my canteens, I'm now happy leaving this home area, for lack of a better term. Do not like, though, how our safe house is in the poison. That makes it pretty difficult. We're basically guaranteed to take some damage every time we go back in here. So that is
Sweet dreams, Arthur.
pretty annoying. But what we're going to do is we're going to head out. We're going to go for a bit of a walk. we're gonna go do some exploring. Yeah, that's a good amount right there. So let's drop off all the craftable stuff. No, you come back. Canteens, or I guess pure water. Don't do that. That was not nice. So we can put that there. We actually want to move this over as well. Actually, no, put that down. And no, we can leave the torch in there for now. We are going to need it in the next island, though. Yeah. Yeah, no way around that, which is pretty annoying. So we want to come to this spot so we can kind of just further explore this island. We don't worry. We don't worry. Words. We don't care too heavily about completing everything on this island, at least off the top, because there's going to be a lot of things we can't do anyways.
To do track and field.
We're going to be coming across a lot of different things that like we're going to be unable to complete it without going to one of the later islands and then coming back. So we're not going to worry too heavily about like straight up completion, because it's too early for that shit. I'm not interested in completion right now. What I'm interested in is, and it's boring as shit, and I apologize for that in advance, but we're going to look for some quests, but we also want a lot of berries and a lot of leaves. Or petals, rather. And this is not just for survivability for the Garden District here, but this is also for survivability for the later islands as well. If you watched my last playthrough, the one thing you might have noticed is that way later in the game, I had no way to heal myself. I'd really shot myself in the foot by doing a lot of collecting of like the berries and stuff like that, but then not really carrying it with me forward, or like not coming back to these islands and collecting the things I need to make healing items. And I'll be honest, one of the reasons for that is because there is no real fast travel. For example, if we end up having the honey toll man, we're going to need flash. We're gonna need a flash pill to take him out. Otherwise, we have to continually put on the padded suit, and then go and get him some honey, then give him some honey, then he opens the door, which after a certain point, I'm sure you can understand, becomes kind of annoying. And it took me however many episodes to finally kill the guy too, and like how many playthroughs before I finally figured out the right timing with using the flash to jump to him anyways. And like the number of times I probably could have gone back with grenades and I just straight up didn't. In all truth, I clearly made my choice. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no way around that. Yeah, we have a good number of stuff, and the problem is this is not going to be enough. There's like, and because of the size now of the islands, I could probably do this for a couple episodes of just straight up collecting, but I'm gonna be honest with you. That sounds boring to me just doing it. I can't even begin to imagine how boring that would be for you watching it. So I'm not going to be doing that. But the other thing we're doing too is we're not just looking for berries and leaves. We're also looking for quests, which should be pretty obvious. And if it wasn't, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for quests too, because when we did the last playthrough, coming back to some of the quests in the Garden District and Luds, we ended up, especially in Garden District, because the island is so big now, we ended up finding a crap ton, well, I guess not a crap ton, like not a metric crap ton, but like a good amount of crap tons of quests that we didn't know about, because we didn't really truly explore like the areas where like things could be found. So that was entirely my own fault. So we ended up finding like a bunch of stuff, which was great. So that's one of the reasons too why now I am just going through in a more proper sense, like retro blah 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 blah, which there's really no way for me to craft that at this point in time. Oh, we are near a couple of dig spots though, so why don't we go check them out? I'm gonna guess that's one right there. Yeah. And they're not in pavement or in the road, so we should be able to do it. Wonderful. Blueprint, enhanced rock, and clever hands. Clever hands. Increase speed of disarming traps by 10%. Sweet. And what have you got for me? And one more. Wonderful. I like when I can actually open them up. Smoke bomb and clever hands again. That's so nice. Thank you, I guess. Alright, so we have another dig spot way over there. I'm not going to worry about that one. But I did see a quest right there. Biological hazard. Where we're going to be talking to Harold. So, I just want to get close enough for him to register the... Okay, I don't want to do it right now. Because going in there is the chance to become plagued. I do not want to become plagued. I can think of a lot of things I'd much rather do than become plagued in this game. I don't want to become plagued. Plagued. I'm going to say plagued a few more times. Plagued. No, we are going to come back with that one because after we do Lud's Home Bridge, we should get, like, on the next island, a cure for the plague. And that's what we're going to look for. What do we got there? Is that, everyone must get stoned. God damn it. It's such an annoying quest. So that's another one that I'm going to be straight up honest with you. We're going to deal with that one when we have better weapons. Because if I get too close, he's going to ring the bell. After he rings the bell, like 7 or 8 wastrels are going to come running mad at me. And look, I'm just going to be real with you, okay? I don't want to deal with that shit. That sounds pretty boring. Especially when I've only got a couple head knockers and like a shovel that is basically on its last life. So it's going to be much easier to come back and do that one later. And what we got here?
Lilies. Percy was always going on about lilies.
All right. So this means that there's going to be a chance for lilies in the field to appear in Hamelin Village, which is, I mean, it's fine. It doesn't really matter one way or the other, to be honest with you.
It's nothing personal.
It's not, actually, dude. I saw you walking, and I wanted to take you out. And, of course, throw you into that tree. You know what? Yeah. Now you can't come back and get your revenge. Alright, so we're into, it looks like another towned area. But we're actually going to follow that road to the left first, because I want to see if that leads to a bridge. And this is nice. Like, no one's attacking me because I'm wearing a proper suit. No, everyone's just like, he's another wastrel scum like us because he's wearing a torn suit. And that is how I would much prefer it. There should be another bridge somewhere over here. There's usually a couple bridges on every island. So that's what we're looking for right now. One thing I would like to do too on this playthrough is on all the islands actually defog the entire island. The last couple playthroughs I did not end up doing that. Just kind of wanting to get to Maidenholm and doing the new quest that I hadn't done yet. But now that I've done, so far as I can tell, the majority, definitely not all, but the majority of the quests that the game has to offer, now I'm kind of more content to like take my time like before, actually uncover everything. Because like we've done a good job of doing the outside of this island, and like goodness knows how big it's gonna be. Like, I mean, dig spot 2, dig spot 3, right? So that means it's gonna be going all the way around here in some way, shape, or form, and then coming back like that. So That's a damn big island. Like, they've really changed the actual size and scale of everything. Alright, so we have seen this bridge toll before, or this bridge before. I don't know if they've actually included any new bridges. Probably not. So this one, we either need to obtain a power cell to put in here. Sure, let's just open this locker, see if there's anything good. Sure, who cares about the scotch? Or we need to obtain a constable's key card so we can go through here. So either we need to power up the downer detector or just walk through. I don't think I need to tell you which one is the preferred method by me at the very least. You know, you can kill a Bobby here or there. It's a pretty fun time, I dare say.
Is there such a thing as false happiness? What I'm saying is there a true self?
Arthur, that's not the subtitles I just saw. Unless one of the wastrels was saying that, and you said that at the same time, and the subtitles took the wastrel's words in precedence of your own. I guess that might make sense, but that was weird, Arthur. Sometimes I wonder about you. Alright, so there's the Avalon Puppet Theater. We know that's where we're going to have to save the dolly. And it took me so long in the last playthrough to actually find the treehouse guy. Like, I had straight up just not seen him the entire last playthrough. Which is, like, one of those things that, like, it's going to happen that way, where we might go an entire playthrough, and if we don't check the entirety of the map, we might actually miss a quest or two. Which, I mean, in the long run, that's not a bad thing, because, like, some quests you want to come back to, some you don't want to do, period, because they're annoying. But, you know, it just, I guess it's more one of those things of it is what it is. That's probably a good way to put it. So I think what we're going to do for this video, yeah, I'm actually interested in uncovering the entirety of the outside of the island, because I want to see how big it actually is. I'm not going to be doing any math to figure that out. I'm not going to be doing any calculations. I'm not going to be doing anything of that sort. I'm literally just going to be walking around the entirety of the outside of the map, collecting berries, collecting petals. It's probably, for some of you, going to be exceptionally boring. I honestly do not expect this video to get that many views, or rather, the views I do get, I don't expect this video to get too much retention in terms of lots of people watching it from start to finish. I dare say an episode this boring, I think the majority of you are going to watch to probably up until this point, if I had to guess, as you realize that I'm literally just going around the outside of the island and not really doing any quests of any sort, or any exploring of the towned areas further, and doing more stealing, killing, and crafting. And that's fine by me. If this is boring to you, then, you know, that's, like, I can understand. You don't watch it. Like, that's fine. And if you actually hate this to the point where, like, you, like, need to let me know, comment in the comment section below, and then we can go forward from there, and I can make a solemn promise to not do it again, or blah blah blah. And of course, I'm all about democracy, so the vast majority is going to win. Although, like, it's happened before, like, the odd person has done something like asked for a fuck you, first marriage, has asked for, like, a lore episode, and I did that. Not because the vast majority asked, but just, like, one person asked, and sometimes that's all you need, is just to help, like, to do something for one person so that they can see what they want to see too. Now, I do know a number of people,
We had a talk, didn't we?
like some coworkers of mine. It's so funny. He's like, "Yeah, I stopped watching your videos." I was like, "Thank you." Is that supposed to be like a compliment, like, or is that supposed to be like an insult? Because if, like, you don't like the videos, that's one thing, but don't just say that. Don't, like, act like you not watching my videos is the be all end all of existence. And he was like, "Oh God, that did sound rude." I was like, "First off, thank you," but no, he said, like, he was like, "I want to play the game, so I stopped watching your videos so that I'm not getting too many spoilers." Now that I can very much get behind. Not wanting to watch my videos on this game because you want to have no idea what's in store for you when the game actually comes out in its full alpha version, that makes perfect sense to me. That I can get behind all day, every day. All right, so we are basically reaching the end of our inventory space. This is where it's going to get a little tricky, because the pneumatic whatchamacallit, that our pneumatic storage only holds a certain amount of space. So, like, as much as this has been good for me in the long run of ensuring that for a good while I'm going to have healing items, I've also kind of doomed myself to not have that much room for stuff that is craftable. Alright, so this is if you give it Pick a Pancake. That was one of the ones I actually failed last time, and I have no idea why. So far as I could tell, I did nothing wrong, and it was very confusing for me. Didn't really appreciate it, if I'm being honest. But, you know, it's fine. It's one of those things that just happens. Do I really care about duct tape at this point?
When did it all start to fall
Yeah, I'm going to
apart?
say no.
It worked
And
for
what's
a
that?
decade
Oh,
and a
there's
half.
Treehouse. Okay. Damn it. Oh, I'm dumb. I was jumping at the wrong side. Hey. Hey. There we go.
Have you been sleeping all right?
All right, so he's going to talk. I'm going to drink some water. Oh,
You're the new
you know
agent,
what?
aren't
Just in
you?
case some of you haven't watched yet, I'm
Alfie,
going to
what's
keep
his name?
going.
Great. Here are the other agents. This is Charlie Croker, Jack Carter, Gonville Bromhead, Joe Vandeleur, and Nigel Powers.
Yeah.
But we're missing Peachy. Peachy Carnahan. He's been kidnapped, and you have to rescue him. All right? Brilliant. Here's everything you need to rescue Peachy.
Yeah. Jimmy Bar, right. Let's actually drop some stuff, because we want to basically craft a lot. We have way too much stuff. In terms of healing items. Yes, let's keep this going. How we doing here? Yeah, we got a lot. That's nice. We're basically going to go through all of the Rowan berries, because I have an odd number, so I could care less about them if I'm being honest with you. So we come back here. Okay, let's grab that, that, and that. Yeah, that like automatically gave us a much better amount of room. And what we're also gonna do though, is we have an odd number too. Dang it. That's so annoying. The reason we're doing this, we're just gonna keep doing this until we go through them all. I'm just worried about like not having any inventory space at all, that's like what's literally starting to happen. We have how many more? 47. I think we might have went a bit overboard, didn't we? I'm very much okay with that. So we actually want to go this way. Yes, because we want... Now we're just going to head back to the safe house. We've found a bunch of quests, and, you know, unsurprisingly, they're all pretty spaced away from each other.
Like I should come back. Maybe not during the day.
Yeah,
Hush,
duck soup,
says the
okay.
sun.
So
As
now,
the
the
dogs
first
bring to
time we did this playthrough, duck soup was glitched. It was glitched so that you like the duck that like you couldn't find it. I realized I stopped. Like, that's not a very good explanation, just because some of you might not have seen or don't know what that is. I am, however, going to act under the assumption that the majority of you have watched me play before, so you know what's going on there. I'm not going to go into the details of the conversation because I don't remember it, but essentially they throw a duck, you have to find it, bring it back, and then the quest is over. But because they ended up releasing a hotfix patch.
And to think I used to do track and field.
Okay, there we go. All right, we still have a lot over here to uncover, though, and some in, I mean, I guess that area too, but whatever. So we're gonna head back to the safe house for now. But no, they released a hotfix patch after the Maidenholm update came out. But I had jumped right into playing. So there was actually a lot of things that I could not do because the hotfix patch hadn't come out yet.
Odd how the fog only comes at night.
And that was like entirely my own fault. God damn it, this is so frustrating. Let's see if we can skirt it.
Track and field.
So yeah, like, that did pretty much suck. Like, there was a lot of things, like some quests I just straight up could not finish because the update released, I'm not going to say bad. It didn't update badly. It's just, I mean, you know what happens when games updates from time to time. Like, it comes with bugs and mistakes that were missed prior to its release, so that they fixed them. That was one of the ones that I could not finish. There was a couple. I don't remember what the other ones were, though, if I'm being honest with you. So that's my bad. So let's get rid of some stuff. All right. So at this point in time, alrighty, let's grab that, put that over. How much duct tape do we have over there? Do we have literally none in here? Oh, actually, you know what? I've got an idea. Let's get rid of these. And is there anything that I actually need to put in pneumatic storage? Doesn't look like it to me off the top. So let's come over here. And we're gonna put, no, not you, silly healing medicated balm. That. And then the rowan berry. We're also going to put at least, yeah, let's put the duct tape over too. Yes, that is nice. Okay. Get all of our food stuffings together, which is like, you know, a lot of blue currants. Dare I say maybe a bit too many blue currants. But that's perfectly fine. Like, that it's a good source of food for a while. We're also going to, I'm not going to bother sorting in here, in all honesty. That sounds pretty boring to me at this point in time. What we're also going to do is put, we're going to fill it up with medicated balms. We want to go through the healing balms first because they heal for less. So we actually want to save and make sure that those get proper use. Put that there. Put that there. And put that right there. All right. So this is actually going to mark the end of this episode. As I'm sure you're aware, this is a pre-recorded video. I'm going to be straight up honest. I think my pre-recorded videos are going to be between 30 and 40 minutes. And then I'm going to try and do like my daily videos, the days where I'm not working, the days I'm actually able to upload a video at the schedule I would prefer. Those are going to, I'm going to try and make those, like, 42 minutes, give or take. it's gonna like it's busy for me right now. Like now that I'm actually picking up more weekday shows than I really normally would, and some of you might remember, like I was actually able to comment every single day on videos. But I mean, it's just the nature of the beast currently. So it is what it is. Like, I apologize in advance. I really hope that that mouse screen wasn't there the whole time. If it was, I am so sorry, everyone. Oh, I hope it wasn't. It might have been, though. I gotta go back and check. I'm not gonna go back and check. I'm lazy like that. And I've still got one more video to do. So this is going up on Tuesday, and tomorrow, Wednesday's video, is also going to be pre-recorded as well because of work. Today was boring. Tomorrow will not be. Tomorrow I'm actually going to go and do some of the quests that we ended up finding. And like, for example, we're not going to do Everyone Must Get Stoned, and we are not going to do probably Mine, until we have better weapons at our disposal, and then we're going to come back and crush those two. Like, I almost feel bad for them. I don't. That's a straight up lie. But that's going to be it for this episode, everyone. If you like this video, hit the like button. It really does help out a lot. And if you'd like to see more videos by me, subscribe. That'll keep you in loop for all future content. Until tomorrow, have a great one.